What up, everybody? Everybody, what's up, everybody? Co-main event of the evening, and this is the one. This is my main event right here. This is my main event, the co-main event. You got Shavkat Rakhmonov, who I faced. The dude's a monster, versus my man Ian Garry. Both guys undefeated, man, undefeated. Shavkat Rakhmonov's got 8 wins by knockout, 10 wins by submission. The dude's strong as an ox, and 9 first round finishes. Now Shavkat, the dude is good everywhere, all right? Very similar fighters, I do believe. I think that the height difference is pretty similar. The reach, the leg reach is pretty much the same, but I do believe Ian Garry is going to have the edge when it comes to the striking, especially when it comes to the movement. Shavkat Rakhmonov is a little flat-footed. He waits for you to make your mistake and he capitalizes on it. Now, he's got good striking, yes, but if you go back and watch the Jeff Neal fight, Jeff Neal put his hands on him, man, and even rocked Shavkat Rakhmonov, I believe, in that fight. Of course, he ended up getting that last, bulldog choke win, but he still was, he stood out there and struck with some of the best strikers in the division, including myself, all right? Of course, he laid on me the entire time, but anyway, I digress. My man Ian Garry, he's got the advantage standing up. I think he should keep the fight standing up. I think he should pick Rakhmonov apart. Don't look for the takedown. Use your movement, use your speed, use your accuracy, and your counter striking to try to beat Shavkat. If Shavkat can get Ian Garry up against the fence, now Ian Garry's got great grappling as well. You saw against MVP. He's got some, I think he's got 1 submission under his belt. Let me check, let me fact check that. He's got 1 win by submission, but 7 wins by knockout and 4 first round finishes. I think Ian Garry needs to keep that fight standing. Use your speed, use your movement to frustrate Shavkat. Now, if I was Shavkat, I would try to stand there and try to lure Ian Garry forward and try to get him to run into a power shot. Stand there, hold your ground, because if you chase somebody like Ian Garry, just like a lot of other karate fighters, similar fighters, you can be in danger there. You end up running into things you shouldn't be running into. He's trained, these guys have trained with each other, man. They've trained with each other, they know what each other's like, which is, I think, is gonna make this fight more interesting, so they know one another. You know what, it's funny because growing up in karate, and even seeing some kids in karate class, even adults, train with each other, you might have 2 guys that trains with each other all the time, and in training, one will always get the best of the other. But you put them in a different environment, a more stressful environment, like a competition, the guy that loses always wins the competitions. For some reason, they just do better under pressure. So I'm anxious to see who's going to do better under this pressure, especially when they're fighting against each other. I think if the fight stays standing, it's going to be Ian Garry. Now, Shavkat Rakhmonov, he's more of like, he's not the type of guy to really shoot a double or a single. He'll kind of walk you down to the cage and lay on you, kind of like he did with me. I think if he goes that route, yes, it would be boring, but I think he could win the fight that way. Now, which guys are stronger? I think Shavkat Rakhmonov is the stronger of the 2 when it comes to grappling. His squeeze is like no other that I have felt in the welterweight division. The guy's got a squeeze now. I thought he was gonna pop my head off when he squeezed my neck. Thank goodness it didn't go the route that Robert Whitaker went through. Broke his teeth. Thank you, Shavkat. But anyway, I think Ian Garry's got to keep it standing, and Shavkat's got to get him against the fence and try to get him to the ground to win it. To be honest with you, it's who shows up, man. I'm not picking one. I leave that to you guys. I have no idea.